What's up, guys? I'm Alex Cave, and this is Down to the Roach Podcast.
Just do what you wanna, live how you wanna, spin what you wanna, be who you wanna be. I'm stunner, till I D.I.D. You can do what you wanna, live how you wanna, spin what you wanna, be who you wanna be. I'm stunner, till I D.I.D.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. Episode 10, dude. Yeah. It's crazy how it's like, I know good and well this shit's going to last, but every time one ends, I'm just like, well, every time one starts, I'm like, fuck yeah, here we are. And then it ends, and I'm like, dude, I don't know what I'm going to talk about next week. But life is life. And, I mean, shit, dude. There's always something to bring up. I hope everyone's had a good week. My week's been okay. I've probably gotten some of the best sleep I've ever got in my life, or gotten at least in the past. Fuck, dude. I don't know. A hot damn 3 years. I've gotten some of the best sleep I've gotten in 3 years here recently, and it's wild. I support it. I'm grateful. But Rob hits me up before we get up and stuff, to do the podcast, and he's like, "Hey, man, grabs. You don't got to, but I appreciate it if you pick up either some vodka, some liquor. Benel, get liquor. He's wanting the liquor, so he's like liquor or the beer. So he was like, "It's your choice." He's like, "Both, one or two." But I was like, you know what? Liquor's quicker, obviously. So I got us some vodka. Robbie loves vodka, man. If y'all ever see Robbie out, all you got to do, don't stick around too long. Just buy the man a shot of Grey Goose, and he'll remember you for life. But we got some vodka, man, and took some shots of it, and sheesh, that mess is just like nice little warm lava, bro. Even had chasers. Didn't really taste it. When it hit your tongue right away, you're just like, oh, Christ. And you throw it back and you bang the chaser back. And shout out to the dudes listening. It's like, chasers. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, you're crazy. And I mean, Robbie's more crazy than I am. Like I said, this motherfucker be taking rubbing alcohol and shots of damn diesel. So, I mean, you could legitimately give him a shot of Grey Goose, give him a shot of rubbing alcohol. He wouldn't know the difference. He'd be like, but yeah, man, we took some shots, feeling great. It's beautiful outside. The fucking sun was banging down on me, dude. Because I like, before I even left, I was like, man, the day's going to be all right. It's just going to be okay. Like, we're going to get through another Friday. I walk out, and I'm like, dude, just the way the sun's sitting right now, like, it was going down, but it was still bright, and it wasn't too hot, but it was warm enough to damn give you a kiss, bro. It was literally just smiling down on the earth. Oh, yeah. I love that shit when the sun smiled down on the earth. I was at the gym earlier this week, and I I was switching the song on, I was sitting there before I was working out, switching the song on my phone, and I'm on YouTube, and fucking YouTube just knows how to make you look like a fucking fool, okay? Because the song ended, and then it started playing some dumbass ad, and I was like, oh Christ, got me looking stupid. So I fucking stop it, click on the next thing. What's it start doing? Playing a dumbass ad about MS, muscular sclerosis. Like, you gotta give me a break. I don't care. Like, give me a break. You're trying to embarrass me. YouTube pissed me off though, dude. YouTube be so fucking spiteful, and I'm just over this thing that, like, because at first we all be thinking, oh, YouTube is a thing we watch. Nah, bro, YouTube's living. It's a living entity. Fucking, when YouTube gives me an ad that I can't skip, and I didn't fucking ask for it, bro, I turn my phone down. You're not getting me on that bullshit. I'm not listening to it. I don't give a fuck. I'm not watching it. Okay? And bro, there's not a single person around me that speaks Spanish, and I have nothing against people of any race, of any ethnicity. I don't give a shit who you are and what you do. As long as you're not hurting other people or hurting kids, you're fine with me. But no one around me speaking Spanish, and I'll just get ads just full on Espanol. I'm like, I don't speak it, brother. I don't speak it. I remember when I was in high school, I was in Spanish 1. I had this sweet, wonderful lady. Some of y'all listening may know her. Her name was Miss Airwood. Man, she was lovely, and such a nice person. And I was never this type of kid. I was not like a troublemaker. But dude, I didn't study because I half-assed class anyway. You wasn't half-assed in Spanish. Either you knew it or you didn't, and I definitely didn't. And she gave us a test one time, and I just looked at it, and I didn't know a single thing that it was asking me. Didn't know a single thing it was asking me. And I didn't even realize that it had gotten to me. And as just loud enough to the whole class, and she could have heard me, I said, "This is bullshit." And I didn't even realize that I'd said it or even how loud I said it. And I looked up, Miss Airwood looks at me, and she just smiles and shakes her head in disappointment and points out the door. I knew what to do. Grabbed my stuff, I walked out like a man. I walked out. At the same time, I was like, what was that? That isn't me. I can't believe that just happened. She comes out. Miss Airwood's laughing. Once again, she's just a lovely human being. She just goes, "Alex, why would you do that?" I was like, I didn't even mean to say it. And she knew I didn't. She knew it was such a freak accident. And she was like, "Well, that's okay. But if you want to go back in class, you got to apologize to everybody." I was like, wonderful. Wonderful. So I just get in front of everybody in class and goes, "Hey, man, sorry about cussing." Everyone's like, "We forgive you." I was like, "Appreciate that." Got a good laugh. Sat back down. Sheesh. But yeah, I don't know why YouTube be giving me fucking ads and shit in Spanish. And don't be giving me a fucking ad that is like what? Listen, an ad is 15 seconds at most 30. An ad isn't 8 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour and 30 minutes. I've watched podcasts before and gotten an ad that is another full-blown podcast. That's not an ad. Are you fucking crazy? You got them psychopaths, eh? If anybody has heard about them or not, please check out this wonderful gentleman named Jason Wilson. I heard about him. Well, everyone in the world kind of heard about him because he's that instructor, black belt. I don't know what he teaches exactly. I don't want to say he's like a black belt karate instructor because I don't know if he teaches specifically karate. I'm just so mind blown about like what he does for young men and just men all over the world. And everyone mostly seen him whenever he done that video where he was teaching one of his young students to like that it was okay to cry, because what had happened is that his student was going up in front of everybody to do this test, and he said that every time he had come to practice that he could break through the board with his non-dominant hand every time like it was nothing. But whenever he was doing the test in front of everybody, the pressure, he wasn't able to break through. And whenever everyone was watching him and he was using his non-dominant hand and he couldn't break through, he started crying. And that was that video where Jason Wilson, his sensei, was standing there talking to him and saying, you know, like, let that emotion go. It's okay to cry. Like, just such this beautiful way of just being there for a young man and helping him get through something and making it okay and releasing this BS stigma that you got to hold in your emotions or you're not allowed to release them. And obviously he broke through the board, but I truly encourage, and I mean, women too, please check him out. But I truly encourage any teenager, grown man, anybody listening to this right now to go check out Jason Wilson. He is an amazing person. I mean, dude, like, if I would have had a father like that, I mean, granted, I didn't have a father anyway to teach me shit, but Jason Wilson is just such an amazing, like, his message is just like this strength for young men to let them know that he understands the angst and the anger and all this stuff that they're going through, and that there's like certain ways to get through it, and it's just a beautiful thing. So check out Jason Wilson; he's super awesome. Yeah, like that podcast was so crazy too, just like the way he was describing everything, like shit, dude, nuts. That was like another banger. Okay, so yeah, check out Jason Wilson, man. That mess is insane. I didn't want to do anything last week. Fucking Rob was gone. He went to see some family, which was fine, and I ended up catching up with an old friend. I caught up with Cody. I don't know if y'all know her, Cody Emery. She's awesome. I've known her forever. Her and her sister. But I caught up with her. And I met her friend, okay, from New York. All right? Not Newark, New York. And, dude, holy shit. One, she was amazing. Her name is Snacks, but her real name is Irene. How beautiful. It's poetry, really. And she gave this amazing story about why she goes by Snacks. How, like, she was starting to, like, sell like her like lunch and shit, or like some of the snacks that she had, and they started calling her Little Debbie, and then they said they got to shorten it, so they started calling her Snacks. And it's just a beautiful thing. And here she is today, just a lovely, lovely woman named Snacks. I love it. She's so great, and it was amazing catching up with Cody and just seeing them and just talking and laughing and bullshitting. We met up at this place in Kernersville, but dude, I don't remember what the fuck it was called. It was cool. And then this one guy come up, and I wasn't too sure about him at first. I was like, because I'm so used to when people come up to me, it's homeless. So I'm like, what the fuck do you want? I gotta not be so combative at first, but you never know what's going on. But his name was Clay. And it's crazy. I can't forget what his name was because he was like, my name's Clay. Like Cassius Clay. And I'm like, oh, shit. And he's like, oh, yeah, not many people know. And I'm like, oh, Christ. But so, and for those who don't, that's obviously what Muhammad Ali was called before he was Muhammad Ali. It was just super funny. I was like, oh, my God. And this man, and the reason, because I wasn't too sure on him, but then he hit me with a line that I loved instantly, and I was like, oh, like, this dude is all right with me. Hadn't even been talking to us, just shooting the shit with us for, I don't know, 2 minutes. Instantly says, he's like, yeah, because we came in from outside because it was hot. And he was like, yeah, it's hot. He was like, I done sweated 3 pairs of drawers. I was like, oh, shit. Oh, shit. So, I mean, I was here for it, bro. I was all right, buddy's pretty cool. So we just chit-chatted, and his girl seemed nice. And, I mean, I don't know. Honestly, they kind of seem like some swingers. And his girl wasn't too bad looking. Oh. Just saying. So, that place is closing up. And we decided that we didn't want the night to end, so we were like, let's go to downtown Winston. Let's go to some other places. And Cody was like, hey, I want Burke Street. I want Burke Street pizza. I was like, okay, good call, because who doesn't, right? So we head that way. Didn't realize what time it was. Truly, I had no idea. I was looking at my phone that night, having a great time. Didn't even realize what time it was. Way late. Burke Street pizza was closed. So I was like, listen, there's a spot around the corner that's called a Whiskey Dogs, and they got hot dogs in the front. You can buy them. They're great. You like hot dogs? She's like, I ain't picky. So we saddled up and we went with the fucking Whiskey Dogs and got some hot dogs, and they were great. But here's the problem. And this is where I'm really fucking over it, okay? We're about to get a violent version of me. I'm over it. Ugh. Go around the corner, because we're not going in Whiskey Dogs. Fuck that crazy shit. After a while, it just breaks you down. You're just like, I could go about 4 or 7 months without that nonsense. And we go around the corner to eat our hot dogs, and we're chilling. And this homeless individual comes up to us. And I see this homeless man all the time, so I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. This should be interesting. That's literally what I look at both of them and say, this should be interesting. I have no reason to be combative just because you're homeless, whatever. Just don't be doing inappropriate or weird shit, especially around 2 females. He walks up, gets super, super close to Cody. I'm standing right there, so it ain't too crazy, so we're kind of just assessing them. And this motherfucker knows he's being crazy because he walks up and goes, "Hey, don't swing on me. I just need a lighter." I'm like, oh, Christ. All 3 of us. God's honest truth. Because why do I give a fuck if you need a lighter to light your cigarette? Worst thing happens, you run off with my lighter. Boo-hoo. Who gives a shit? I would have easily gave you a fucking lighter. So I was like, hey man, we don't have a lighter. I didn't have a lighter. Cody didn't have a lighter. Snacks have a lighter. We all 3 said we didn't have a lighter. This man was like, looks at me, goes, looks at Cody, goes, looks at Snacks, and proceeds to growl/grunt again. Like, what the fuck are you doing? So he does that, and I step forward because at this point I'm like, you need to go. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you, but I've had enough with the homeless around here, and they're acting like they're bad. Like, dude, I will fuck you up. And I don't want to. I really don't want to hurt a homeless person. I really don't. Because these motherfuckers ain't got health care, and they're not going to be able to get that good shit whenever they get fucking split. I mean, shit. But, I stepped forward, and he knew it was time to go, and he fucking turned around and started walking over, and I popped my knuckles. Telling him no, I was ready to charge up, but I popped my knuckles. Let's see if I can pull one off. A little bit, not too great. Normally I can get a good one, but that one was loud that night. I popped my knuckles. Okay, he heard that shit. So much so that this motherfucker stopped in his tracks, put his hand out and said, "Now see, why do you have to pop his knuckles?" Snacks, instantly before I even have to say anything, God bless her. Because I love it when a woman makes her life easy, bro. When she just makes you even got to say nothing. I'm like, oh, hell yeah. And she just hits him with because he can. Like a Snack from New York, you know that? She's like, dude, we'd have fucking stomped this motherfucker out on the corner, and Cody would have ate some more hot dogs and chilled. So she said because he can, and I was like, yeah, man, I can pop my knuckles. If I was you, I'd keep it moving. Buddy just keeps walking, feels defeated as usual, as he should. Turns back around, lifts up his shirt. I was like, oh, you want to act like you got some shit. He ain't got nothing. He just goes, you see this? You see this? There is literally nothing on his side or his chest or his stomach. And he just goes, I was shot in the heart 7 times. I'm like, that ain't how it works, 50 Cent. That ain't how it fucking works, Curtis Jackson. And I was like, all right. I was like, we're over it. Time to keep it moving. We don't care. Time to keep it moving. So we finally left. Because I basically got up in this space. He was trying to walk back, and I was like, nah, me and you are going to keep it away from them. I said, time to get out of here. I'm about to fuck this man up. They just don't leave us alone. They're really testing our shit in downtown. I swear they are. And fucking This motherfucker, we finish our shit and we go to get in the car and leave. And he sees me in the car, the window's down, and the funny thing is the fucking child lock was on the back. Wonderful. And I was trying to roll it up before we even got this motherfucker because I knew he was going to try to say some shit, and I was going to have to, I don't want to be this guy, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. And I just kind of put my head down, and he just seen me and started mumbling something and just started yelling, "Bitch ass nigga! Bitch ass!" And I was like, oh, God. I was like, y'all have to let me out the car. And I was like, you know what? No, I ain't worried about it. I was like, we're downtown all the time. I was like, I don't even have to go looking for this motherfucker. He will literally walk back up to our group of people and be like, y'all got $3. Y'all got $8. Y'all got cry. Can someone sniff my big toe, please, God Jesus? Yo, can somebody? Yo, can I have the rest of your rice? Yo, I saw you didn't finish all that sour cream. I was gonna keep it for tomorrow. Hold it for the day. Leave it for tomorrow. Like, these motherfucking homeless people don't give us a break, dude. Like, it's insane, man. And it's crazy because it's like, dude, homeless people are like the equivalent of like a stray animal. They're like human strays. When someone's pet gets killed, you report it, and it's a crime. For what it's worth, if someone killed that pet. If a stray gets killed, nobody reports the stray. You don't. So when these homeless people start shit, if I don't just kill random animals, are you serious? That'd be horrible. I don't just go kick a random animal and break its leg. But if a stray came up to me of any animal and just tried to attack me, I'd have to do what I had to do. And these homeless are just the stray humans. They're out here. It's fucking lost in the concrete jungle. But man, I am fucking done with homeless people. I'm so done being nice. I'm so done. They're up, dude, like literally, it's just the same shit all the time. Like, it's just, we're throwing our hands up. I'm acting like a fucking king on these motherfuckers. I'm done. Side note, it's kind of funny at our age, I'm 27, but it's kind of funny at our age now. Like, our idea of a virgin is basically someone who just hasn't had a kid. Because if you've had a kid, that's great. Like, I don't care. But I just feel like when you're 27, you're not that you want a virgin. I'm just saying the closest thing you're going to get to one is just somebody who hasn't had a kid. Like, if you want to try to find a girl that hasn't been fucking, pretzel knotted and dipped in some marinara, you know what I'm saying? That ain't going to happen. But, even if you got kids, as long as they ain't crazy as hell, they ain't trying to fucking burn down the house and shit, you know what I'm saying? I remember when I was young, I wasn't a bad kid, but I remember I done some crazy shit. I remember I was fucking at my grandparents one time, and I was in my cousin's room because she's staying there, and she was at work one day, and I just covered her whole room in lotion. And I didn't even rub it in. It was just thick lotion on everything. Can you believe that? Dude, she came home, and some of that shit is just such a horror. You don't even, because you can't believe that you done it. And it's not even like, it's crazy how I knew what I was doing, but I didn't think it was a bad thing. And then when she got home, I was like, oh, I shouldn't have been doing this. It was like my first experience with drugs. You know what I'm saying? When someone wasn't home and you were just doing something you were supposed to do, you love that shit. You know what I mean? I remember I used to go to my grandparents' room, and I'd go through their VHSs, and I was trying to find porn because, you're a young man, okay? A young cowboy. And I was trying to find some good old porn. So little do I know, I'm grabbing a movie called Pretty Woman. What? Pretty Woman. I grabbed Pretty Woman thinking it was porn. Wonderful. Looking like a fool trying to hide it. Couldn't hide it. They were like, what do you got? I was like, nothing. They're like, let me see. They're like, oh, Pretty Woman? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, okay. So I took it upstairs and it ain't shit. It ain't shit. But yeah, podcast got posted up last Tuesday instead of Friday. Rob went to see some family and went to Rhode Island and stuff, and it was dope. And he's got to love and see his grandparents. And it's just a beautiful thing, bro, because you shouldn't be ashamed to love your family. And for those who are, shame on you, okay? Fucking love grandma's cookies and grandma's kisses, man. Do you not remember SpongeBob losing his shit because he thought it was cool to be a man? Put sideburns on like a dummy and sit there and try to be cool? And then what happened? Grandma's love went to everybody else but him. Fuck that nonsense. You love your grandparents and love your family members while they're here. Hell yeah. All right? Do you not remember how SpongeBob felt? Let's bring him back. So sorry, SpongeBob.
I don't want to grow up. I want cookies and milky. I want a sweater with love in the stitches. I want to wear tighties. I want to ride in my wagon. I want to cuddle with Mr. Stuffy Kids. I want a rocky my horsey. And I want kissy on my boo-boo.
No doubt. My boy is throwing a tantrum. Get him, Sponge. He just rolled up into a whole little cinnamon roll right now, dude. Oh, that was grandma looks like a cookie. Dude, he is straight up crying into his mouth. She's like, what in the hell? Oh, he's going sprinkler mode on our ass right now. Yeah, hit it, Sponge. Yeah, dude. Get him. Come on, me boy.
You don't have to be a baby to get old Grandma's love.
Grandma's house is flooded in tears. Flooded.
Of course not. No matter how grown up you get, you will always be my little baby boo. And remember, you can kiss your grandma and still be an adult.
Hell yeah. She gave him back his sideburns and gave him a cookie. That's what I'm talking about.
Grandma, could you not mention this to the guys down at the Krusty Krab? No problem.
The little does he know, they're all outside the window watching anyway. Let's talk about that for a second. One, how weird are they just randomly at his grandmother's house that they don't even hang out or talk to, just looking at what him and his grandma's doing, you fucking weirdos. Secondly, who gives a fuck, dude, if people know, dude, do not care what people think because everyone is pretending. That's what all this fucking shit is anyway on social media. It's let me put these little isolated moments in these fucking fragmented little segments of time and show them to you so you go, oh, amazing. 20 perfect isolated moments in time, amazing. Your life must be so amazing. Yeah, right. You damn shit your brains out every morning. Your man or your girl damn talking to 100 other people. One of the two's always cooking and you damn can't cook. Or you're running out of ideas. You're tired of one of them fucking waking up in the middle of the night and farting, or you're tired of the other one taking up half the bed. Because you don't know how to communicate. You got married at 18 instead of fucking dating at 28. Am I right? Jesus. But yeah, man. Accept grandma's love. Accept grandma's cookies. And don't be ashamed to be who you are. Don't let anybody hold you down, man. Be who you are. Love who you want. Life's too short. Speaking of loving what you want, man, I didn't really know how much I love this shit, but man, whew, I think I'll have to start a segment of just how much I love certain things, because, you know, there's just certain things in this world where I just straight love that shit. And this is one of them, bro. I just love seeing a nice set of dirty clothes getting washed, dude. Oh, I fucking love that shit. Dude, like, whenever you, because, you know, we got, like, the top load washer, so I fucking, you know, I'll put my clothes in there and I'll start that bitch and I'll just stand there and watch it just go. And it's just too good to me, bro. I'll fucking stand there for 40 minutes just watching laundry. I love that shit. That's how you know I'm getting old. That's how you know I'm dying day by day. But yeah, man, watching dirty clothes get washed is good shit. Catching up with Cody was interesting this week, and we were talking, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm watching this movie. You should check it out. It's called Concrete Cowboys." And I was like, "Okay." I was like, "That sounds wild." And she was like, "There's stables in the hood." I was like, "What? Like horse stables?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right, we're checking this shit out." And Idris Elba is in it. Love Idris Elba. So I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "I guess I really can check this movie." I was like, "This has to be somewhat good, right?" Netflix original. And it is literally insane. Concrete Cowboys just about this scene in Philadelphia that I didn't even know nothing about, but it's like they have just horses all over, like stables in the hood, like in the city and shit, and people would just be down the street and just be like, "Is that a horse?" And people are like, "Yeah, these horses have been here longer than me." And there's just this rich history of just like riding horses, and like it's just crazy, man. Like Concrete Cowboys, I literally recommend any and everybody to watch this movie. Like it is phenomenal. Like it's like one of those movies that you're just like, yeah, because I'm telling you, you told me to watch it, and I was like, all right, I'll check this out. And I was like, like, oh, here we go. Because it was nothing. It was just like, how it is. You never really want to, you have to be in the mood to watch something. But that movie was so good, it threw you in the mood real quick. I couldn't stop watching it. It was so amazing. But Concrete Cowboys, check that out. Idris Elba, it's amazing. Speaking of homeless people and loving shit, a part of the segment of I love that shit. I love it when homeless people ask each other for something. I think it's amazing. I've literally seen two homeless people cross paths and one of them go, "You got a cigarette?" The other one's like, "You got $3?" And they just look at each other. And neither one of them is willing to budge, so they just walk off. I was like, oh shit. I was like, that's nature. That's damn nature right there. But yeah, dude, I love that shit. I love that shit. Bro, I keep tanning and I can't stop, bro, because I just love the fact that I just be looking like a damn little cinnamon roll. You know what I'm saying? And I love me a thick white bitch, bro, so cover me in that cream. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm just saying I cannot stop tanning. And, dude, is it even legal for the tanning bed to start off that fucking cold? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it even legal for shit to start off that cold? Like, I'll be laying down in the tanning bed and just be like, shit, oh, God. Like, it's fucking freezing. Like, it is insanely cold. But, yeah, man. The tanning bed's insane. I love that batch, but fucking, can someone lay down in it before I get in it? Can someone blow on that bastard? Like, I'll get in that bitch and it is freezing. School's back in. That's all I gotta say about that. School's back in. Dude, Taco Bell be driving me crazy. Just trying to get a damn cheesy gordita crunch and a Baja Blast. This motherfuckers be like, your total is $5.05. Do you want to round it up to $6 to help a kid graduate? Fuck no, I do not. There are some things in life that I have that like I'm just like, do you want to help save a kid from on his deathbed for an extra 50 cents? I'm like, well, shit, yeah, I guess. You know what I mean? Don't ask me to round up my fucking shit a whole dollar to help a kid graduate. Are you shitting me? Bro, one, nobody helped me graduate. Secondly, I can't make that motherfucker listen. My extra dollar, are you paying the kids now? Are you paying kids now? So what, kids getting money to fucking graduate? Because that's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. Okay? Don't be fucking asking me to round my shit up to help a kid graduate. Like, well, it doesn't go to them. It goes to the school so they can put on the thing. So they can plug some shit up in a fucking extension cord and damn read off a piece of paper. Shut the fuck up. I'm not helping a kid graduate. He either knows what he knows and gets good grades, or he don't. Oh, I love that fucking shit, man. Like, I'm just going to start asking that. Hey, guys, if you like the podcast, if you don't mind, donate $5 to help somebody get up a flight of stairs. If you don't mind. What the fuck are we talking about? Help a kid graduate? Please. You can't make a motherfucker listen. I didn't. Bro, how do you correct a good-looking girl while even calling you something that you're not called? Listen, because I'll give you a little insight. My real name is Larry. Middle name Alexander. I go by Alex. When I was in college, for some reason, all the dudes called me Big Smokes or Smokey. Made sense. For some reason, all the girls called me Larry. So I was like, okay, well, and they knew that my name was, I also go by Alex, but they didn't care. They just loved Larry. Well, these girls at the gym, these two beautiful girls, one of them was named Chloe, like, Jesus God, like, gorgeous. She just goes, you got ghosts in your house, Larry? And I was like, oh, she calls me Larry. And I'm like, well, I'm definitely not about to correct her and tell her that, they call me Alex. Because I'm a pussy. And I was just like, oh, yeah, nah, because I'd lose my mind, I can't deal with that. Exorcism. And she was like, oh, yeah, see, exactly. I couldn't do that either. And I'm like, yeah, girl, you are so fine. Can you set the tent in bed for 15 minutes? Thank you. But, yeah, man, so, like, honestly, if you're good looking enough, you can call me about anything you want. I'm probably not going to correct you or give a fuck, so whatever. When's the last time I got a good pop fucking taking clothes out the dryer? That good fucking static shock taking just some clothes out the dryer, dude. I know I got one a couple years ago that fucking was so intense taking some fucking towels out the dryer. A pop that was so intense, my first thought was, oh, this would kill an infant. I'm telling you, that shit, like, I mean, that damn, like, it damn near stopped my heart. I'm like, if a little child would have done that, they'd have fell over and died. But then what happened? I'm like, the kid died changing laundry. So think about that, parents, before you make your kids do clothes, because there's some of that dryer shit be so intense, dude, you're going to get your kids killed. And speaking of people dying, man, ain't it crazy when the body turns white? Right? I mean, the bitch becomes a vessel at that point. Because what's crazy is that, like, the person the person you look at, if you've ever seen a dead body, even recently, what you remember, when you looked at the dead body, they didn't look like themselves, right? It's because they wasn't. The body's just a vessel. It's just a damn vehicle, brother. Just a damn husk, all right? Who I am, who you are, is the soul, okay? And then whenever you're not in this thing, the more you go somewhere else. Simple as that. I don't care what you believe in. It's simple as that. If you think that when this ends, there's just darkness, you're tripping. You're fooling yourself. And I don't even know why you'd want to think that, but definitely not the case. I got a country word for the week for you guys. Mintdo. 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 Oh, it meant do that. Oh, it meant to do that. Mintdo. That's your damn your country word for the week. And then, bro, to wrap shit up, let's just sit back and just imagine this. Imagine having Goodyear technology on your Skechers. I seen this commercial and it was just like, now Skechers with Goodyear technology. Just imagine. I'm like, bitch, just imagine having Skechers in general. Are you shitting me? Bro, you do not have Skechers unless you're in second grade, and even then you do not have Skechers, bro. Nobody wears Skechers, all right? Everyone knows you don't wear Skechers, okay? You got fucking Skechers on, you might as well damn have the Velcro and all that crazy shit. And anybody that wears Velcro, I just assume you've given up. I'm telling you, if you wear shoes that have Velcro on them, you're screaming out loud, I have given up. You don't even want to just slip them bitches on? You just want Velcro? You gave up. You give up. But hey, it is what it is. Listen, I love you guys very much. If you enjoyed the podcast, like. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Share it with your friends. Show it to your dog. Take it to your grandma on death's door, brother. She'll take it to the next life and show some samurais I fought with in my past. I ain't mad at it. But yeah, man, we're about to get some food. I love you guys. Have a wonderful week. And I will see you on the next Down to the Roach.
Just do what you wanna, live how you wanna, spin what you wanna, be who you wanna be. And I'm stunner till I D.I.D. You can do what you wanna, live how you wanna, spin what you wanna, be who you wanna be. And I'm stunner till I D.I.D.